Hello, everybody. So I am back. I am home. I drove yesterday from Lincoln, Nebraska to Lansing, Michigan, and I stayed the night there. And then this morning I drove from Lansing home, and it feels really great to be back. And basically, my total trip spanned about 15 days, 8 hours, or 16 hours. And I figured about probably over 5,500 miles driven, and gas spent around probably around 700 to 800 bucks. My car got, I'd say, like 36, it was saying. But I did that off of like 33, and the average price. California was like $6. I see here at home it was like $4, or it's just under $4. When I left, it was like over $4. And so like I did that by an average. Like Iowa was like $3.70, and like places like that along the way. So yeah, roughly, like I said, around 600 to 700. I stayed 3 nights in a hotel, and then what else can I tell you about my journey? Had a flat tire. That was the only car casualty. Other than that, everything went really well, and there was no problem with that. I got that fixed. It was easy overnight kind of thing. Did a lot of driving. So basically, in a summary, like I kind of averaged it out, and I figured like I roughly drove like 6 to 7 hours per day, and I figured that was a pretty nice. There were some days where I didn't drive as much, and I went and did a little sightseeing, and tried to get out and do a couple, a little fishing here and there. No luck on that front. And then other times I drove a little more. Like I said, the other day I drove from Nebraska to Lansing, so that was a long ways. And so, yeah, just kind of, again, what a great trip. I'm doing all these videos so I can kind of, look back at this trip and like remember. I think this point is really going to remember, kind of like a new starting point in my life. And I think if you've been following along and watching this far, thank you guys. And I'm going to continue to do videos. I think I really like them. Hopefully more than just me talking, though. Hopefully more of them will be on things practical, like, I don't know, just different things in life. And maybe I will share my thoughts, too, on some things. But I'm not sure where all that'll go. But I know I want to continue something with this. And I just want to thank everybody too for like their prayers and their thoughts along the way. I could totally feel them at different points in the trip when you get lonely and wonder if you're gonna keep doing it. And it's like, yeah, it's really, really a great trip. Definitely highly recommend everybody to go out and see what the great United States has to offer. A lot of different landscapes. You got hilly, you got desert, you got all kinds of different, a lot of farmland in Iowa and Nebraska. That's why I drove through a lot of those states. I had no idea how big Chicago was. So like, yeah, I just encourage everybody to like get out and like be able to do something spontaneous and kind of see what the United States is. And I'm really thankful that I was able to just do it, go have that opportunity to just go. And been very blessed to have amazing workers working hard for me to keep things going while I was gone, and I'm excited to take what I've learned on this trip and apply it to my life to make the business better and grow. And so I think you'll see that in these videos if you watch from the first one to the last one, kind of how when I left, I remember I was very unsure about what to do in life. I wasn't ambitious, have no drive for like the first time in a long time in my life. And so I think I got a lot of answers questions that I had in the beginning answered kind of as I went through. And kind of a cool little thing, I'm not going to share everything that I'm going to do in the future, but I know there are a couple bigger things that I really want to do. Is I really saw like ultimately at my core, when I give, I'm the happiest. And so you might have saw that in some of the videos where I was talking, like, going through kind of learning about confidence back, putting confidence back in myself, and finding my self-worth and trusting in God and all that, just kind of really kind of grown a lot in those areas, I think. And I'm excited to, push forward. And, it's not an easy life. Obviously, everybody has different struggles in life and all that. And especially being a business owner and different decisions ahead, to do any of that, you got to have ambition, you got to have drive. And something I definitely lost. And so I'm happy to have that back, and happy to be back, happy to get back to work, to, to do better in a lot of things. And so, yeah, just grew so much mentally, spiritually, physically, and yeah, much more. I feel like I'm a lot more of a complete person now in a lot of ways. I'm really working on patience and things like that. So, things to like make sure I know myself more, I'm aware of myself more, and I don't know, just a really awesome time. So kind of to lead the video, a foreshadowing here of what I kind of want to do in the future is, like I say, kind of giving, and how can I give more. And I think that was kind of one of the questions that I had when I left here, like, what is God, God, how do I work? And God gives us what we need, I think, was really the answer that I got from the trip. And more specifically, like, to help, like, I saw a lot of homeless people, a lot of people struggling, and I really love the concept. You teach a man to fish, or you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And so there's something with that, definitely, that is in the future for me. And I want to say this because I want to be held accountable. Like, I think sometimes we say things and it's like, oh, but you said this and whatever. And it's like, I want people, I want to surround myself with good people, and I want to be driven, and I want to be focused on some really great dreams and goals I have. And so, like, I want to help the homeless. That is something I'm going to do someday. I want to be able to get people get them back up on their feet. And there's some questions on how I'm going to do that, and there were some answers on how I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then also in faith, like, do that through faith, and evangelize and share my faith, and be a role model or a bold leader. I think I learned so much in that regard. Nobody's qualified to be a leader, I think I've learned. And in fact, like I said, I think in previous videos, every person has so much power in each of their own experiences that they can be a leader in certain things. And so, yeah, I think my past experiences have allowed me to look at some things and say, okay, I can be a leader in this way or that way to help, different people in different things. And so, yeah, basically I'm just so happy, and I just thank you guys for your support. Everybody that's watched the videos, it's been wonderful having conversations with people along the way. Also, just like a concept, like, people are really awesome. So many good people out there. I think we're distracted in the world that we live in sometimes. That there's definitely a lot of bad, and I saw a lot of drug use, and, like I say, homelessness, and a lot of things that are sad. But like I said, there's a lot of good things. I think people at their core are generally pretty good people. And so, yeah, it was nice to meet some different people. Didn't make a ton of connections. I was hoping to make, maybe meet more people through faith and things like that. But I did a lot of driving, and so that's okay. I did, more, like, again, it was more of a mental journey. And I know that I'll trust in God that He's going to continue to put people in my path that I need for my future journey. So it's a never-ending battle, and as I finish up all this, it's a journey. and I just hope that everybody out there can just keep battling it, and yeah, fight it with me. And yeah, so anyways, I guess that's kind of all. And again, I'll just do videos on the side here and there wherever I feel, but that kind of concludes my journey. And just wonderful. Highlight real quick too, while I think about it, the highlight was definitely Northern California. Big surprise. Crescent City, huge. Go there if you can. The redwoods are right nearby there. It's right on the ocean. There's just a lot of beautiful, like, there's a huge harbor there. It's beautiful. And then, like, if you explore around that a little bit, there's some beautiful beaches or parks that you can take pictures of the ocean with, the cliffs and landscape. And it's just such a great place. And so I was really surprised and definitely recommend it. Other than the $6 a gallon of gas, it was a really nice place to be. So yeah, so I guess that would be it. And then I mean, maybe the low too would be I think early on in the journey, maybe see when I was first in North Dakota, kind of like that, I don't know, maybe like that 4th or 5th day, kind of just feeling like, like just kind of down, just kind of like alone in this journey of life, and maybe, kind of trying to conquer that, and I don't know, and growing through that. So I would say those are the highs and the lows, and learned a lot. And yeah, just appreciate you guys listening to me jabber and show you some beautiful landscape along the way. So anyways, take care, guys, and we'll see you around.